Thanks to leaked internal Tesla communications, the 2023 Tesla Model 3 is officially or unofficially here. As of this month in October, the 2023 Tesla Model 3 and Y have started production in the Fremont, California factory. So let's dive into anything that's been added or anything that's been removed, and let's see what the difference is between last year's model. So with that being said, let's get right into it. If we go to custom order our Model 3, we can have a standard Model 3 with rear-wheel drive for $59,990 Canadian, or a dual-motor all-wheel drive Model 3 Performance for $82,000 Canadian. The mid-tier option, as you can see, for a Model 3 with dual-motor all-wheel drive and long range is currently grayed out. Because of extremely long delivery times and a backlog of order, Tesla has decided to pause orders on this particular option. There is a massive demand for EVs and Teslas in general right now. So that is the issue that Tesla is facing with all these backlogs of orders. But if you're really looking forward for a particular model like that, you could probably check out the existing inventory option on their website. If you check out their existing inventory website link, then you might find that there are a small handful of Model 3 vehicles available for purchase in your area, depending on where you live. Going back to the design studio, you can see the base Model 3 for $60,000. This gets you a single electric motor in the rear of the car and a battery pack that uses a new battery cell called LFT. You might want to check out my other video regarding the difference between LFP batteries and regular batteries, because there are some specific differences. You should be able to squeeze out 430 kilometers out of this vehicle, which is not bad at all, and it's still plenty fast. The Model 3 is a great deal and probably the best bang for buck in the entire electric vehicle world right now. Now there's still the performance model for $80,000, which is pretty expensive, but an incredible vehicle nonetheless. At that price point, you'll be able to keep up with a Ferrari Portofino, which would set you back $230,000. Now let's dive into the controversy of the 2023 models. Tesla is removing features again. They've stripped out all the remaining object detection sensors. In 2021, if you remember, Tesla removed all the radar sensors from their Model 3s and Model Ys. And that's because they wanted the Tesla vision system to take over all control of what the vehicle sees. Tesla calls this their vision-based system, and it came with a few limitations when the change was first made. In a recent blog post, Tesla has announced the removal of the ultrasonic sensors from all Model 3 and Model Ys. Up until this point, the Model 3 had 12 of the USS sensors equipped all around the vehicle. Those are all those little dots that you see around your car to detect any nearby objects, and it was required for parking or collision detection. The company says that the sensor functionality will be replaced by an upgraded vision network for autopilot that has been taken from the latest full self-driving beta software. So unfortunately, that means if you buy a 2023 model, some of the features that autopilot and full self-driving are limited until Tesla figures all of that out and makes it safe enough for you to drive. So expect to lose Auto Park, Summon, and Smart Summon. This means that if you choose to purchase the enhanced autopilot, 3 of the 5 main features will not work. There is no timeline when these features will be enabled, but just know that if you do purchase a 2023 Tesla Model 3 or Y, those features will not work until Tesla figures all of that out. Now that the sensors are missing, they need to use their cameras to be able to detect collisions and parking issues and all that sort of stuff that the sensors used to handle themselves. Visually speaking, the car is more sleek because now there's no more circles or dots around the vehicle. And if you look on their website, you'll see that they've reflected that on their pictures, so you don't see those dots when ordering your car. The nice thing about Tesla removing these sensors is cost. And what I mean is if you were to get into an accident, you don't have to worry about replacing those sensors or the wiring harnesses behind it, which can be costly even in a simple fender bender. Okay, Now that we've spoken about what Tesla's removed, let's talk about what they've added. Well, sadly, unlike in 2021, when Tesla added a whole suite of things, for example, they blacked out the handles and the side cameras and added a power trunk, there is not really a whole lot that Tesla has added in the new 2023 model. The only updates we're really going to see is in the software. So the over-air updates is where we're going to see those changes, and really all Tesla models will receive that same update. There are some hardware upgrades in the center console. The new AMD chip is basically as powerful as a PlayStation 5, and it makes sense because Tesla wants to introduce some more hardcore gaming into their system, obviously while you're parked and waiting for someone in a grocery store or whatnot. But that's really the only main hardware change that I'm seeing for the new 2023 models. Tesla, as we know, is working with Steam to introduce streaming gaming, which is a really cool feature if you have a Tesla. So if you like to play video games while you're waiting in your vehicle, Steam and this new Tesla AMD chip is going to work great together. Now, there is one more hardware upgrade that I didn't mention, and that's the battery. Okay. The Tesla has a regular 12-volt car battery. And you might be thinking, why do you need another battery when the entire base of the vehicle is a battery? Well, the internal system of the car for your radio and AC and stuff like that uses a 12-volt system, where the car battery is a 400-volt system. So you have to have a separate battery to run those types of things. Now, unfortunately, because a Tesla doesn't have an alternator, we have no way of recharging that battery. So now, replacing that regular car battery in a Tesla can be expensive. So what Tesla has done now is created a lithium-ion battery as the 12-volt battery system. So there's probably going to be no need to replace that internal 12-volt system battery like in previous models. So that's definitely a bonus. We're really excited about a new feature called Reverse Smart Summon. It's similar to the regular Smart Summon, but this time you can actually drop yourself off at the front door of a mall and hit Reverse Smart Summon, and the car will park itself. So that's pretty amazing. The regular Smart Summon is supposed to work where you're coming out of a store or a restaurant, and when you hit Summon, the car will come to you. Now, obviously, that's still in beta, and there are some things that Tesla needs to tweak, but the fact that you can drop yourself off and the car will valet itself into and find a parking spot is pretty fantastic. While the Model 3 may not be as practical for many families because of the size, the Model Y does have the larger hatchback, but both cars are still, like I said, great values. Where are you at in the purchasing process of a Model 3? What do you feel about the recent changes? Let me know down below. And until next time, enjoy driving your Tesla.